All right, we are live and happening. Yes, sir, Bob. Yay. All right, so before, like the video or the thumbnail says and the description says, we're going to be stripping these boards today. We're going to get all these heat sinks off, and we're going to leave the back ones on because they don't go away. But we are going to get rid of this. Before I get started, a couple of things. One, I made changes to my microphone. Hopefully it sounds better. Hopefully you're not listening to me breathe so heavy. Two, I learned about DaVinci Resolve. If you need a video editing program, that for free. The free version is amazing. So definitely check that out if you need that. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my fume extractor. Real quick, one other cool thing. Let me flip over to the bench view here. You might notice that there's a camera now pointing here at the voltage. So now you guys can see when I'm doing stuff, testing stuff, you'll be able to see what voltage I'm testing out, as well as what the amperage draw is. So there in the yellow, down in the bottom right-hand side, you've got my DMM, and then next to that is the amperage and the voltage of my power supply. So some fun things I worked on earlier today while I was waiting for my mic to come in. And just FYI, a new bench cam is coming soon, hopefully. All right, so let's go ahead and get this going. Right up here is my hot air station. It's currently on 420. I'm going to go ahead and go to my channel 4 memory. That's 460 degrees centigrade and 83 airspeed. And really, it's pretty simple. Let me get these out of the way as I'm waving my hot air around. I like to grab a set of tweezers, okay? And let's see, we'll do one row this way, and then I'll do another row with the overhead. So I always start, let's see, how do we do this? There you go. So I just start blowing the air in. Now I'm using a kind of a small tip, just because I didn't think about changing it. Tell you what, while we're at it, let's do that. Let's go ahead and change out the tip because it'll make stripping these things a whole lot easier. I can put this away. I don't need that. Let's hang on just a second here. Oh, wow. Just got a notice from YouTube. I'm live. All right. Some of the stuff I'm hoping to get done this week is also to add a countdown timer. Just give myself a little bit of a warm up when I go live. Also got some other fun stuff with USB fixes and so forth. So hopefully we'll continue to improve this product of this video stream. All right. Now that the air station cooled off, I'm going to turn it off. And I'm just going to swap out the tip. That's one of the benefits of the Xtronics. And then I come up here and I get my big tip. Now, because of my big tip, now this is the tip that came with it, and it's kind of loose. If it becomes a problem, I'll take pliers and just kind of bend it just a little bit. All right. Oh, man. Okay. Guess what we're going to do live? That's annoying. Okay. Ooh, that was... All right, so all I do is I just grab them with a pair of pliers, and I just want to bend it. I just want to get it a little bit out of true, Okay, that's probably all it takes. Let's see here. What do we do now? There you go. That should stay in place. All right, turn it back on. And as you can see, 460, 83. I could actually run it higher than that, but yeah, that's where I've got it. So I'm just gonna run the air down through here. The nice thing about doing it this way is this is the hardest one to heat up. So I'll get it heated up and then the other ones will start loosening up along the way. Okay. Oh, there we go. It's already loose. There we go. Just like that. Moves pretty fast with 460. And then these will come off even quicker. Now I've got my fume extractor on because I don't want any smells. There we go. That's how easy it is. Let's look at one overhead, right? All right, so we'll do this one. Kind of bring my tweezers in at an angle. And when it starts to move, I just barely, just a little bit of pressure. When it moves, I pull it off. Now, my strategy is that I pull these off and I put on single heat sinks that bolt on. So that's why I pull off all the heat sinks at the beginning. If I was just repairing a board that wasn't going to be upgraded to the single heat sink, I may or may not do this because you can get to most all of these through the little test points in between. But having the board stripped down just makes it easier. So while I'm doing this, talk about DaVinci Resolve. So why was I looking for a video editor? Well, I've been using Camtasia. I've used Camtasia for over at least 5 years, probably closer to 10, and it's a very difficult workflow. And I just wanted something that was better. I had the 2019 version, and it for one thing, it will not import MKV files, which is what OBS natively rates out to by default. So I would have to either save OBS in MP4 format or do a remux at the end, or anyway, there's a couple of different things. But with DaVinci Resolve, you just bring it in and it just works. Pretty cool. No remuxing or anything before you start editing. And the other cool thing is that with DaVinci Resolve, I could actually edit videos on my laptop, which I could not do these hour-long streams. If I wanted to cut them down, I could not do that with Camtasia on my laptop because my laptop just has the integrated Intel video card. It doesn't have a fun Intel video card. It doesn't have the fun NVIDIA graphics card or anything. So as you can see, this is going pretty fast. It looks like, just from the solder, it looks like this board has been pulled apart before. At least that's what it seems like. So where did I learn how to do this, and why did I start doing this? Well, I saw a video over on Son of a Tech's channel where he interviewed a guy that got into ASIC repair back when the rest of us were still riding the Ethereum craze on the up while we could still mine Ethereum. He was learning how to repair ASICs. And so he's already established, but it was a really good interview. And then I found Crypto Miner CHR, found his channel, which was pretty cool. And then Son of a Tech did a video interview with him, and that was awesome. And so it just kind of went from there. Nowadays, and I learned a lot from watching the ASIC repair channel, and then I continued my education by watching Decentral. So a lot of great content out there, and everybody does the repairs a little bit different. There's a guy up in Canada, ASIC Repair Canada, I believe, is his channel, and he cut a hole in his desktop that he runs his heat gun. So his heat gun comes from this. Me, I don't do that. I just hang the heat gun, or I just hang the board off the side of the desk like the Russians do, and that's how I take chips off and solder chips back on. We'll probably do that later this week. I must say, this is moving pretty fast. I got 6 of these boards to do. I think, though, we'll finish this board because I want you to see what a finished board looks like. And then we'll just go forward with this, fixing this board, maybe tomorrow, right? We'll pick it up tomorrow, and we'll see. I'll just work on the board tomorrow. I'd do it tonight, but I got to be somewhere in a little while. All right, cool. Coming back over here. So what do you think? Put something down in the comments below. Do you like the overhead cam, or do you like the bench cam? Which one, when I'm doing this kind of work, which one is easier? Which one's better to see what's going on? Just curious what you think. Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't done so already and you like this video, be sure to give it a like. And if you want to be notified when I go live the next time, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. That'll help me out, and that'll help you out too. All right, we're coming down to the last one. Go back over here to the overhead. When you're a one-man show here, you don't have a fancy person, video switching for you, getting all the cool angles. That's a fun thing about the guys over at Decentral. Jonathan is in the background most of the time, switching the camera feeds, and then you got another tech on the bench actually doing the work. Pretty cool. All right, that's it. So we're done. We've stripped it all off. Put the gun back up there. Hang that back out of the way. Got to figure out a way. Figure out maybe a different place to put this so that it's not in the view of the camera so much. But it's really handy for me. Maybe I can put it like right down here. Hang it off the side. All right. So anyway, this is it, right? We have stripped it all down. Let me just see. Kind of warm. And I'm going to go to overhead. So there it is with all the fun glare. All the chips are stripped, and let's a quick inspection with the microscope. Now, just FYI, these guys right here are hot. So give me a second. I'm going to take my big box, or I got my box here. I'm just going to toss them in the box. Don't grab them with your hand unless you like to get burned. May have noticed earlier when I was reaching my arm into the frame. Yeah, I got burned. I don't recommend it. I did not. My burns did not come from touching these crazy hot things. So, but anyway, you can get burned. It does not feel good when you get burned from touching these heat sinks. All right, as soon as I do this, I'll turn the fume extractor off. So just if you're curious, why do I have the fume extractor on? Well, sometimes when you're stripping these heat sinks off, you'll come across a board where some genius decided to glue the heatsink on. And when you get that and you don't have your fume extractor on, it will stink up your room and worse. You know, pretty much the whole building that you're in will, depending on the size of the building, will start to smell. So when you're doing heatsink removal, I always recommend turning on your fume extractor. If you happen to be doing this at home like I do, and you don't turn on your fume extractor, your lovely wife or husband may not like you so much afterwards. So make it easy on everybody. Okay, that takes care of that. Let's get the microscope turned on. And we're just going to give a quick inspection of the... I'm just going to do a quick inspection. Let me flip over to microscope. Okay, so this is... We're just on the microscope cam today. We're just on the single cams today, right? All right, turning off the fan. Very good. All right, we're just going to start with... Start down here with number 20 or 65. All right, man, I'll be glad when the new USB card gets in here, because it's going to fix the lag that my camera is having. Okay. Let's see if that helps. And we'll turn down. That is super shiny. All right. Well, let's see. Can you see better now? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see if that works. Okay. That's number 65. And then there's 64. Now 64 is fun because you notice that it's got solder bump to it. So I'm going to need to strip that. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and go through all of them. I was going to look at them with you. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, so 64's got some. Wow. Okay, so right there you got a solder ball, and then to the bottom you got another solder ball. All right. It seems like my camera is really lagging out bad today, so I'm gonna skip going chip to chip with you. Just eyeballing it. Everybody looks good except 521, or let's see, except for chip number 1. Let's see when you get this. There. That's the only one that looks kind of iffy, and honestly, it doesn't look that bad. It's not that deep. Believe it or not, I've seen chips like this work. Now, I know from the, let's put this back over. Let's go overhead. So I know from the sticker of this one that I think it's 5, 54, and 55. Come on. You want to test it real quick? Yeah, let's test it real quick. Let's do a little bit of overhead testing. Yeah, why not? I think that'd be fun. All right, but I can't do for long because I've got to go. I got somewhere to go. All right, let's dive into it. changing my plan. All right. Let's we'll flip over our meter here, and tell you what, let's go. We got voltage. I'm gonna flip this over. I'm gonna turn on my just a second here to flip things around. Now I've already put power on this before, right? So we know that it won't like blow up. But hey, we're about to power this thing. So when we power it, remember, we got to put a fan underneath it. Grab a fan. First thing I'm interested in is I want to know if all my LDOs are good. So, see that? There we go. All right, good. Okay, awesome. Turn that on. Oh, I gotta get power for my. Okay, cool. Let that test. While I'm doing that, let's get our stuff connected here. Cool. There you go. All right, it just connected up. Now we're gonna get to demonstrate. So many demonstrations today. All right, tap. Make sure we're not shorting. Okay, cool. We're not shorted. All right, we're gonna start it. And we're at 4.4 amps. You see that on the screen down there? 19.5 volts. It's not running up too high. All right, let's go ahead and find out. Let's test our. Let's see. Can you see that? Let me push things up a little bit more. There we go. All right. I'm skipping. I'm not going to put my negative on this chip. I'm going to put it on this chip because that chip I know is delaminated. 1.8, 179, good. Come here, yep, good. Yep. So what we're looking for. Okay, there we go. We got a problem. Oh, there he is. Okay, so we're looking for that 1.8 and 0.8 voltages. Okay. Because as long as we have that, then we know that means every domain has got power. And I'm testing at technically what's the top of the chip or top of the card. It's a little bit low on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's domain 5 was a little low. All right, yep, 1.7. All right, so we're climbing up here. It's probably going to, might have to stop here soon. Let it cool off. We'll see. Okay. Talking too much. Okay. Nice. I got 65 seconds left before it shuts down. Okay. Now, just FYI, I use a benchtop power supply. You can, ouch. Okay, looks like we got a problem here. Yes, we got a problem. Okay, yep. So that's 11. Okay, so the only boards that I've really ever burned up were connected directly to we're connected to the Antminer power supply. That thing will chunk out some power. Okay. Okay, so this one is really weak. Okay. And you know what? 54, 55, that's where we had the problems. So that's domain 11. I'll start a new notepad because I get lost. I keep notes. Because if I don't keep notes, then I forget where I am. All right, domain. Put today's date. One of, because, all right, DOM 11. That's this domain right here. 1.8 volt is 0.7. All right. Let's give it a quick check. Oh, that would explain why that one's getting so hot. That one's getting so hot because it doesn't have a heatsink on the bottom. Okay, well, let's see, I'm running out of time. This is going to be a short live stream today. All right. So now, if I remember correctly, I remember what I was doing. Let's see, I'm going to turn the light on. I recall that was some really bad soldering in that domain. Oh yeah, that's the one. So there's chip 54. And chip 54, right there, you can see my camera finally caught up to me. Chip 54 is the one that if you, let's see here, let me flip over to it real quick and you'll see what I'm talking about. If I go microscope only and then I try to get it focused for you. See how much off the line it is? So not good at all. So I think it's an alignment issue. So probably end up reflowing that. What I want to check though, let's go back to our red. There we go. What I want to check is I want to run another test and I want to see. I want to come down here. I want to see if it's good, if the voltage is good at these two capacitors right there. Okay, so we'll hit it. Just going to the inside of the capacitor. Oh yeah, good. So we got 1.8 there. We got 0.79. I can move up real quick through there and tell you. Okay, I got 1.8 there. All right, so it looks like we lose the 1.8 in 53. Yeah, 55, 54, 53. So we lose the 1.8 there. And that's where we looks like we lose the okay. So we got two different voltage rails we need, right? And so all right, shut this thing off. All right, so what I know now is that we lose the we lose the 0.8. Lose 0.8 volt, which is the lower volt. We lose that one between 55 and 54. And then we lose the 1.8 volt between, what did I say? 54 and 53, or 50, after 53. Let's check it. Yeah, that's where it gets wonky. Yeah, cool. Okay. So that's 53 and 52. Okay, so there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably replace, so 55 is sus. And 53 is sus. So we'll end up replacing, I'll replace those two chips. I'll probably, honestly, since I've got the heat gun, I'll go ahead and reflow these. I'm going to skip doing that today, and I'm going to stop this video because I want to get the microscope delay fixed before we get into that. So thank you very much for watching today. If you haven't done so already, remember to smash that like button. Give me a subscribe if you appreciate this content, and thank you for sticking with me as I kind of learn how to do all this.